Happy Friday, Grizzlies. I'm Caitlin Carter.
And I am Kevin Sullivan. Welcome back to GNN News.
Grizzlies, this week we've gone empty on the current situation in sports, as well as how to better protect yourself from COVID-19. Stay tuned because
GNN News starts now.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Yeah, hey, every day can be a better day despite the challenge.
while school may be a little different now, on August 24th, the Boise School Board of Trustees met and approved a phased approach to in-school learning if Ada County shows signs of minimal to moderate community transmission, Category 2. However, for now we remain in Category 3 with substantial transmission, as decided by the Central District Health Board. A possible category change could be reviewed in the future, so it is important we do what we can now for the chance to return to school in the future. Luckily, KCHS's TV, Hannah Stone, has the latest on how you can stop the spread.
As most of you know, we have started the school year online, hoping to have a safer environment for students and staff during this COVID-19 pandemic. And for most of us, our hope is to return to in-person learning as soon as possible. But that can only be done with everyone's participation in helping slow the spread of the virus. Here are some things to keep in mind about how COVID-19 can spread and how people can obtain it. COVID-19, also known as coronavirus, can spread through small droplets from the nose or mouth, usually from coughing, sneezing, or even speaking. You can get infected if that droplet lands on a surface that you then come in contact with shortly after. Studies have also shown that around 79% of teenagers are asymptomatic, which makes it even more important to be cautious even if you don't have symptoms. Some symptoms might include fever, dry cough, headaches, and much more. Now, as you can probably tell, this disease is highly contagious, so it's important that everyone does their part in slowing the spread. Here are some things you can do to protect yourself and others. Stay at home and try not to go out for unnecessary reasons. If you do go out, wear a mask and social distance. Also, sanitize your surroundings and wash your hands. Anyways, I hope to see my fellow students and staff back in school soon. Go Eagles!
With all that's going on, it can be difficult to keep up. Let's head over to GSPN where Aaron will fill you in with the latest news on sports.
Welcome back to GSPN, your top source for sports news in Idaho. I'm your host Aaron Holt, and in today's show, we're going to cover the NFL, the NBA, and various school sports ranging from college to junior high. Starting with the NFL. As far as games are concerned, the NFL is planning to start regular season play on Thursday, September 10th, with a contest between the Houston Texans and the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. I'll continue to provide updates on the NFL season here in subsequent weeks. We find the NBA in the middle of their playoffs right now. The Eastern Conference is currently in their semifinal round, with the Celtics facing the Raptors and the Bucks facing the Heat. As for the Western Conference, we know that the Lakers and the Clippers are advancing to the semifinals, but we are still waiting for the outcome of the Jazz-Nuggets matchup and the Rockets-Thunder matchup. Mountain West football is undecided right now as to whether it will play later this fall or if it will have games played in the spring, so I'll continue to monitor the situation as it unfolds. For Capital Sports, some limited attendance workouts are in place, but as for the schedule, it's still unsure. Schedules are also undecided for high school and junior high sports, so I'll monitor those situations as well. This has been a quick edition of GSPN. Let's send it back to the desk.
Despite our late start, we are doing weekly shows of GNN every Friday. And that means we need your help if you have information regarding events going on at Riverland or a video you like to share. Please send an email to gnnviewbroadcasting@gmail.com. Announcements sent in by Tuesday night will be aired that following Friday. Your GNN news won't be the only thing looking a little different this year. Now to Mr. Garcia with the special message regarding the future of the video program.
I wanted to reach out to you specifically and let you guys know that this year I will not be teaching at Capital or River Glen. In fact, I won't be teaching at all this year. I will be taking the year off, but don't worry, I will still be involved in video. This year I will be taking a Directors of Operations role here at the RAG Company here in Boise, Idaho, and I will be working with their media crew throughout the year. I want you all to know that as much as I'm really going to miss seeing you guys on a day-to-day operation, that I will still be around assisting with the big video projects such as the one you just saw earlier this week made by our awesome Lizzie Ramey. I ask that you guys have a great year and stop by the video room because we have an awesome teacher taking over who has had experience working at Boise State in video broadcasting for the past 10 years. He's a really awesome teacher, and I think you guys should stop by, say hey, get to know him. But just want to tell you guys, thank you guys so much for always being there. I'll miss you guys, and I can't wait to see you soon. So with further ado, I want to introduce you to our newest teacher, our newest staff member, Mr. Lewis.
Hey Capital, this is Chris Lewis. I'll be taking over for Mr. Garcia as the video broadcast teacher for the year. But don't worry, Mr. Garcia will still be heavily involved in everything with the program. It'll be a bit different of a year for a lot of different reasons, but we'll make the most of it and have fun. A little bit about me. I come to you with a grand total of 0 years of teaching experience, but what I do have is broadcasting experience. Currently the play-by-play announcer for Boise State Athletics for both radio and TV broadcasts. I've also hosted a sports talk show on KTIK radio in Boise, and that's been my job really for the past 7 years. So with sports currently on pause, getting a chance to teach the business is a great opportunity. It's also a chance for me to learn from all of you. Broadcast world has so many different parts to it, and no one's an expert on everything. So working together and teaching each other will be a big part of it. This is also my first venture into Boise schools. I'm originally from New Jersey, right next to Philadelphia. I went to college in New York before moving out to Idaho to be a sports broadcaster. My favorite sports? Basketball, football, and baseball. I also really enjoy cooking and eating good food, but most of all, I just really love sports broadcasting and hope to continue at it and one day be calling games on ESPN. So that's a bit about me. I'm looking forward though to learning from all of you. So let's get started.
A special thank you to Mr. Garcia for all he has done and Mr. Lewis for stepping in. We'd like to wish them both of luck this following year.
This week in history, in 1972, Mark Spit won his 7th gold medal for the U.S. in the 400 meter medley relay swimming event, setting a new world record.
Quote of the day. Sometimes you never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Dr. Seuss.
Thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next week on
GNN News.
Got that sunshine on.